So, what do you think? Do you recognize?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned.
You're probably right. But I've heard these so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these 3 men be poisoned?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
Did they drink?
They like to drink there, but if the
What did they eat yesterday?
No, we avoid the congregate yesterday.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game, but they've been restocking us for months.
Well, we'll see what they have to say.
They usually...
This is our prey. How can we earn our reward if you hunt them?
We only defended ourselves. These beasts attacked us. But take them. We do not intend...
Thank you. But what are you doing here, Renaikse, if you're not here to hunt?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you...
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poisoned?
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were, but the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, it... And since the Renaikse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance, and I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Corsillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict without violence. Sir de Corsilion.
Desade, my young student, what can I do for you?
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well, let's see. Good, you have traveled great distances, and the terra incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, Desade. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's most regrettable. But keep looking for him, will you? You never know. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigidor. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters, to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago, but tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again.
Happy to see you, my dear.
You really don't look well.
No, it's nothing. You know that I've always had a weak stomach. My nausea. You wanted to tell me something?
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces of the Alliance and Siora's clan. We arrived at the village and the battlefield too late. The Queen fell.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss, Princess.
Thank you. My sister survived, fortunately, and we are recovering from this tragedy together. But our clan was extremely weakened by this battle and by recent events.
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance and their...
You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient ruins. We discovered a fresco that I'm certain was crafted by Continental hand.
Really? And how ancient are these ruins?
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain. My mother and my grandmother have always...
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them, about a people from the sea that were vanquished there.
Do you think it was the Nauts?
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement. We have our islands, and it is enough for us.
If they are ancient, perhaps your people once practiced older customs. This story is troubling, but it reminds me of something that I once read in the reports of Lady Morange. You should go and find her. Perhaps she could tell us more about them.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now.
Look out for yourself.
day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such...
What do you know about the ruins found to the...
The site that the natives call Didakidnadaga.
That is not how we pronounce it, but yes, we are speaking of this.
Your language is difficult to master, but I find it fascinating. I had countless questions about the place when our explorers and scouts first brought back sketches. Intrigued, I went there. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance with continental constructions, but too old to have been recently built by the Bridge Alliance settlers when they first set foot on the island. I even questioned the natives, but they only spoke of a people of... My first thoughts went to the Nauts, but they're not known for building. There are other ruins on a cliff to the... I hoped to organize an We explored mines at the bottom of the cliff, but we were not able to find an access. If the mystery of these ruins intrigues you as much as me, it is in that direction that you should begin to look for answers. Can I help you with any other matter?
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigidor. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them. As is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership. The natives dreamed of possessing some... It was easy to make them sign agreements. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about...
I'm sure we can fix...
I hope so, Your Excellency. Can I help you with any other
My lady, I have to go.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tension, and we would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do...
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never...
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
Bertir Tumad. I am Dunkas, the Mal, and the Donega. You're very strange for a night.
My name is Desardet. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
You are a Lugaid Blau? Oh, I didn't know there were on Almanau. They may not be so different from us. What brings you here on Almanau?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely, to accomplish your rituals or heal the area. And the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their... If they hadn't cut all the ochre-berry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of them?
3 woodcutters died after eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous Dawson.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the...
We know that you are responsible for this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that...
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoigse to understand the value of the tree.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed. And you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before us. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance. But some Renaigse came back. And I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the...
I'll go to this mine and...
Is there any...
I must leave. Good...
Sorry, this is private
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities.
I definitely will.
Those guys must have no respect for the lives of their men to start mining again.
These Renaids then must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
They broke the stone and started digging under the mountain again. Monisinaga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Corsillon. I hope that our nation is not involved in this business. Sir de Corsillon.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
The mission you entrusted...
Very well. Good. You have traveled great distances. Keep doing what you're... Can your old...
I've come to ask you about a mine near It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island.
Unscrew. This man had some natives captured and he's
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above? We cannot tolerate such methods. But we must... You should start by finding the... Don't worry. We'll... Can your old professors...
I found no traces of...
That's most... Can you...
Looking for...
It seems as though you can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon. But they have Lady Morange's seal on them. We should find her, to understand exactly what they say.
Good day, dear sir.
I need your advice. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry, this type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet the mine which was located on this plot of land has been reopened, and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the...
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
De Sardet. I am the legate.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vic. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? No.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy. Now, Your Excellency, if you would allow me...
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous, and you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young man. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, sir. Best wishes to your cousin.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine.
Sir de Corsilion.
De Sardet, my young student, what can I do for you?
I verified the contract with Lady Morange. The exploitation of the mine is without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should... The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the...
I'll take care of it.
Can you open...
Looking for...
sorry, this is private...
I don't need your authorization. I have... The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to...
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide.
In that case, where can I find him to...
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Are you looking for trouble?
Master Maillard, here is a document from Sir de Courcy. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from...
Impossible! By what right? Guards!
Things are about to
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkus everything.
Go without fear. You are free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
We must believe that not only GreedFall or Louis.
He is an Almanawi. That's why he understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you.
What brings you here?
I was able to close the mine. The man who...
Yes. Those you freed told me. You knew how to renew my trust in your clan.
Thank you, Dunkus. I'm honored.
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself. And since he loved the forest to the point of killing for it, Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Every day. Does this punishment...
If I explain to Sir de Corsilion that the man was sentenced to forced labor... Thank you, Dunkus.
Is there anything else?
I must...
Wow.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Things are about to get dicey!
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
A camp here, in the open wind. It was definitely set up by scholars.
To my help! And death to the others! Things are about to get dicey!
A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. I would say that he died a few days ago. Certainly at the same time the attack took.
This man traded his life for all.
It was only a scholar, a sage, not a...
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal? From who do you think?
This man was... It is not honor that motivates them.
I'll search the body. We might find... Strange, this lone bed. It contains scientific materials and a herbarium. Everything is tidy, but I see no trace of its occupant.
Isolated. Discreet. Perfect visibility. Great choice.
It is a journal. That of a woman. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. I believe she was right. The writing stops mid...
A woman with sharp eyes.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will certainly lead us.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they were wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the Valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They're not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite. This journal of a naturalist confirms absolutely that this is the campsite of our Lost Expedition. It makes mention of the other campsite that we found a distance away. Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they tracking?
New prey, no doubt. Let's get closer.